Hello and welcome to my meditation. My name is Deborah Baker and I'm so grateful that you have joined me for this little while, joined us. And in the United States this week we will have Thanksgiving on Thursday, and so I want you to know I truly am very deeply grateful for you, and I hope that you are grateful for yourself as well. And I considered that is the theme for this meditation, but there's another one that just keeps pushing at me. So hang on and let's get started. So let's begin with our 3 nice, really deep breaths. Breathing first into our chest, filling up your chest, expanding your rib cage in the front. Holding it for a moment and then letting it go. And now breathe into your chest and your upper back, and imagine kind of gently expanding your rib cage, expanding the skin in your chest and your upper back. Just notice how good it feels to fill up your lungs. Hold it for a moment. And now get ready to take the deepest breath you've taken all day, expanding your chest, your upper back, all the way down into your belly. So just fill up your lungs. Fill them all the way up. Feel your whole body your whole torso kind of expand a little. Hold it for as long as is comfortable, and then release it. Now let's relax our bodies. Let's bring everything up to the midline. Pull all your muscles to your bones. Curl your toes under. Clench your fists. Pull your arms to your sides. Tuck your chin. Scrunch up your face. Pull your abs in. Pull up your pelvic floor. Tighten your glutes. And for a breath cycle, just squeeze everything tightly. Squeeze, 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 and when you're ready, let it go. Just notice how good it feels to let go, to be at peace. So in this week's meditation, which is being released the week of Thanksgiving in the United States, and we are of course grateful. I'm grateful to all of you for tuning in and listening to my meditations, and we all have so much to be grateful for. So let's shift, because I've done meditations on gratitude several times. Let's shift to the thought of being willing to ask for help. And you may not be real keen on this idea. I would imagine when people have asked you for help, you've been very willing to give it. You know, there are always extremes in one way or the other, and I'm not talking about the extremes. I'm talking about the times when you need help and you just don't want to ask for it. Either you aren't even aware that you need help, or that help is possible or available, or you just don't think you'll get it if you ask for it, or you feel too ashamed that you need it. All of those possibilities. So I'm going to be quiet for a moment, and I invite you to just think about times when you have needed help and you didn't want to ask for it, or you couldn't ask for it. And there is a phase in our development as children, as toddlers, where we want to be independent. My daughters used to say, by myself. One of my granddaughters says, I do it. And that's normal, and that's to be celebrated. And not, as adults, to be taken to the extreme. Because you have people around you who are willing to help you. And you deserve help. You deserve to be supported and loved and assisted along the way. So let's ask the infinite to awaken in our hearts the certainty, the realization that we are worthy of support and assistance. I can think of times in the past where I was in a relationship with someone who was not very supportive, not very kind, didn't think of me. And, some of us are in those kind of relationships, or we just, are in a relationship with someone that just has a mood that day, and they're so caught up in what they're doing that they don't even notice, that we might need help. And this is where we draw on our inner reserves and ask for it. So let's ask again for the infinite to heal that part of us that feels unworthy. And I'll be quiet for a moment so you can just imagine the sunlight of the Spirit shining on that secret place in you that feels unworthy. And don't be surprised if, especially in the next week, you ask for help from someone and they refuse. Because there's a part of us that wants to prove our old belief. We unconsciously, it's not at all like something we want to do or we're seeking to do. But if we've held a belief for a long time, like I did, that I don't deserve to be helped, then we will manifest that in our outer lives as people who don't want to help us. But when we shift our consciousness and recognize if someone says, no, I can't help you, or I don't want to help you, we bless them, we allow them to say no, and we recognize that there's a part of me still that feels that's what I deserve, and I am willing to heal that place in me and to ask again. From someone who perhaps we think might be more willing. So part of the shift in our consciousness is surrounding ourselves with people who want to support us, people who will be able to say yes when we need help, and also people who are honest enough that if they can't help us, they will say no, and we don't have to hate them for it or even get angry about it. Because when we heal that sense of unworthiness, we also set up a boundary, a healthy boundary that says, I can ask for help, I am worthy of receiving help, and people can say no to me, and if they do, I'll ask someone else. I guess what I'm describing is shifting from a victim mentality, which is no one wants to help me, to a sense of empowerment that I can ask for help, I can get support and help and assistance, and I don't have to withdraw my affection from someone if they say no, and I don't have to feel bad about myself if they say no. So my heartfelt wish for you is healing this so that more and more around you are people who want to support you, people who will see you struggling and offer a hand, people who are as loving and kind as giving as you are. My oldest daughter had a friend, a young man who, whenever he would come over to my house, and I was a single mom, would see boxes or something sitting at the top of the stairs, pick them up and say, where do you want these? Because he knew that I had set them there, either, because I hadn't had time to take them down, or maybe they were heavy. But he was one of those people who looked around to see what was needed. One day he came over and helped me plant tulip bulbs. It was just so sweet. He saw a need, and his mother had trained him well to want to be of service to others and to sense that value. So whether you are asking for help or offering help, I invite you to know that you deserve to be helped. And if someone doesn't want your help, or someone says no to your request for help, that's okay. You are still whole and perfect exactly as you are, and all is well. Take a deep breath and just let all of those ideas settle in. And we'll have a few affirmations. One is, I deserve to get the help that I need. I deserve to get the help that I need. I am infinitely worthy of love and support from others. I am infinitely worthy of love and support from others. While I am empowered by the infinite to make choices for myself, it's also okay to draw on someone else's power if I need it. To ask for the support, the assistance, someone to set the table, and it's okay to say no if I'm asked, and it's okay for other people to say no when I ask. It is okay for myself, it is okay for me and for others to set healthy boundaries. It is okay to set healthy boundaries. I honor and approve of myself exactly as I am. I honor and approve of myself exactly as I am. Every day, in every way, life gets better and better. Every day, in every way, life gets better and better. I know that I am worthy of all good things. I know that I am worthy of all good things. The universe loves and supports me exactly as I am. The universe loves and supports me exactly as I am. And I draw all the love and support that I need to myself. I draw to myself all the love and support that I need. Take another nice deep breath and know that all is well. I had a friend remind me one time that when we lean on someone else, we help hold them up. And so I encourage you to ask for help when you need it. And I'm not just talking about the Thanksgiving meal or the holidays or whatever, is going on this week in the United States, but just in general. We show love and support for one another when we ask for help. And I feel like we are so much encouraged to be independent and do it our way and not have to rely on anyone, and that really does us a disservice. So I encourage you again to ask for the help that you need, and to remember that asking for help doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with you. You are whole and perfect exactly as you are. You are whole and perfect exactly as you are, and the one presence moving in, through, and as me honors and recognizes, cherishes the one presence moving in, through, and as you. In other words, namaste. Have a wonderful week.